What's up? What's up? It's your boy Corey B. So, I want to talk about the idea of joy and how it influences stock tip or stock pick, so to speak. Joy. All right. So, the Oracle of Omaha himself spoke about the idea of when you're trusting a company, you want to. I mean, because anybody who's ever followed Buffett knows that he's all about longevity. He's not about turn and burn stock. He's not. He's about the long haul. He's about doing valid research, and knowing that ultimately the stocks that he's buying into, he's going to hold for a long term. Okay, now with that in mind, he talked about there was a seminar that he was given, and he was talking about the idea of joy and how when you're new, so to speak, to buying a stock and picking which stocks you're going to buy into, that ultimately buying something that you feel you trust in the company. And he said sometimes it's even better when you don't know what the price is, because that price is already influenced. It's already had an influence on you as soon as you see the number. You're already like, oh, well, I could swing that or I couldn't. It's like you're already thinking about that number now. And then you can't help it, but in the back of your mind, you begin thinking about, like, is that number a valid number? Or do you believe in that number? Or is that number too inflated? Or is it too low? Or is it too whatever? So ultimately, just hearing a number or knowing the number, it influences where you're at already. Okay, so, but the thing that he talked about Coca-Cola. He said Coca-Cola was an interesting one because Coca-Cola is synonymous with joy and happiness. He talked about like the entire way that they market their company. They're available at anywhere there's happiness, they want to be there. They want to be a part of it. They're heavily advertised during the holidays. They're advertised with Santa Claus. They're advertised at any possible sporting event that they can, be a part of. They make every attempt they possibly can at being, just ingrained in the consumer's mind with happiness. Then they did this he didn't talk about this, but this was something that I thought about. They did this whole marketing campaign a while back. And this was one of the most brilliant marketing campaigns ever, is when they put names on the Coke bottles. They put names on the Coke bottles, and think about the happiness and the joy that it just instilled in you when you went to the little soda cooler in the gas station or at your local grocery store or whatever, and you found your name on a bottle, and you were so stoked that you found your name. But not only did you find your name, but you grabbed that bottle, and you couldn't wait, especially in the age of social media. What did we do? Anybody who grabbed that Coke bottle, even people who don't hardly drink Coke, they're like, yeah, I might occasionally, every few weeks or a few months or whatever, I might grab a Coke every once in a while. But they're not even a big Coke drinker. But then they were like, oh, dude, I found one with my name on it. So all of a sudden they had to get that bottle. They had to buy it. They had to post a picture of them with the bottle on social media. So that way, what was that? That was free advertisement, because however many followers you had, however many hundreds, thousands, if you were somebody like that was actually heavily into social media and you had like 1 million followers, that was 1 million people that just saw Coca-Cola ad that Coca-Cola didn't pay for. It was brilliant. But think about how, like I said, back to the happiness, how happy was everybody when they found the bottle with their name on it. They were just like, look, I found one, it's got my name on it, oh my gosh. Or they did the other ones where there was like just random words like perfect couple or soulmate. I got one, I snapped a picture of it and sent it to Kimberly. I think I still have it somewhere, the soulmate can. They had ones that said football during football season. These are silly. They're so simple. It's a very simplistic idea, because what they did was create something that you wanted to take a picture of, so that way you could post it and say, look what I did, look what I found, look what I have, that millions of other people have also. But that's millions and millions and millions and millions and potentially billions of ads that were sent out that Coke didn't pay for. Coke didn't pay for any of those. All they did was put the names on the labels, and then y'all bought them and y'all advertised for them. But it made y'all happy doing it. It made you feel all warm inside. So many people saw your ad and they couldn't wait to go find their Coke that had their name on it so they could get their ad. It was this joy. Okay, so, the idea of that happiness, anything that instills happiness in the consumer has got longevity. It does. It could be stupid. It could be ridiculous. You can believe in it. You cannot believe in it. Ultimately, I don't think it's stupid. I think it's brilliant. But if you don't think it's smart, doesn't matter. Does it work? And see, that's what you got to do is you got to get your thoughts and your emotions and all that nonsense out of the way when you're picking a stock. You got to put all your emotions and your feelings aside and be pure numbers. Does it work? Absolutely it works. When you're selling happiness and joy, absolutely it works. It works. It works all the time. It works every day. So is Coca-Cola a company that you should buy into? It's up to you, man. I'm not going to tell you to buy into Coca-Cola, but I'm going to tell you that Coca-Cola, does it have longevity? Absolutely, Coca-Cola's got longevity. That's why Buffett buys into it. That's why I buy into it. That's why lots of people buy into it. But ultimately, do you need to buy in it? No, there's plenty of other companies that you can buy into that also have longevity. But that's what you've got to do is you've got to find a company that you believe in that's got the longevity to hold for the long haul. And I think joy is a synonymous. It's an emotion that we can all get attached to, and we can know that if someone's attached to joy, they're not going to let go of it. It's not something that's fleeting. It's not a fad. It's not like a flash in the pan. It's not going to go away. Everybody is always seeking happiness and joy. So if you can find a company that's publicly traded that ultimately brings joy and happiness into people's lives, and people not only can feel the joy when they buy their products, but they feel joy just thinking about it. Oh, I've been teaching Corey and Colton. They're 7 and 8, by the way. Corey and Colton, I've been teaching about the stock market. Set up their accounts. I set up custodial accounts in their names. It's 100% theirs. It's linked to their social security number. And their first investment was into a long-term mix that ultimately is a little conservative, but ultimately it's a mix to, just get them warmed up to something that's got a long-term goals where there's, a group of companies for those who don't understand or don't know about it. A long-term mix is essentially a long-term, it's something you invest into a group of companies and you're not planning to pull that out for a long, long time, for several years. And in those several years, it's going to grow. It's going to continue to grow and grow and grow because of the way they monitor it. But that was their first investment. Now, their second investment is a stock that they are picking themselves. Corey was really excited. And Corey was really excited he was just like, Dad, I want to buy McDonald's. I was like, buddy, I'm going to tell you right now, McDonald's is a great stock. Not only is it a great stock, but let's talk about why. And me and him had a long discussion about the different aspects of McDonald's and whether I think it's a good stock or not. And whether he thinks it's a good stock or not. And what do we think about the company? Not just the value, and before we ever looked at a price or anything, we just started looking at what does this company stand for and what are they all about? And Corey jumped on that joy. He was like, dude, you know how happy McDonald's is? They make happy meals. There's smiley faces on their boxes. I was like, such a beautiful, innocent child response, but 100% accurate. 100% accurate. He's not wrong. And then we talked about the aspect of the company being not only a food company, but also being a real estate company. And then he wanted to understand, so what exactly is real estate? And him and Colton had a long talk about what makes real estate, and what it is. And they were so excited. My boys are learning. They're learning a lot. They're going to pass me. I know they will. They're going to pass me probably by the time they're in middle school. They're going to be like, Dad, let me lay this down for you. And you know what? If they pass me by the time they're in middle school, then that means I've done it right. Like I said, let's hold on to joy. Let's hold on to happiness. There's so many more aspects that I want to teach y'all and that I want to talk about and that I want to discuss. If y'all got things y'all want to talk about, let's leave the comments below. Y'all know how to hit me. Message me directly on Instagram, on Facebook, on beingcoreybayless.com. There, LinkedIn. I'm all over the place. Y'all find me. Y'all let's talk about it. But leave comments below if there's something else y'all want to talk about, different stock tips, different thought processes and stuff. But I want y'all to hold on to that idea of joy. If something brings joy to the consumer, Ooh, it's got longevity, and that's what we're looking for. Longevity. We're not pumping dumb stocks. We're not turn and burn stocks. We're not meme stocks. We're looking for things that got long haul future for our families. All right, I got love and respect for all of y'all. Let's get it done. Y'all be sure to subscribe, ding the bell, get your notifications. Y'all stay tuned. I got so much more coming. Let's keep doing it. Let's keep getting it done. Get cocky, y'all. Y'all have an amazing, wonderful, awesome day.